Anyway, let's just quickly grab some fences and finish that off. This might take a long time, this landscaping stuff. Like it's not an epic project or anything, but at the same time it's still worthwhile, I think. Cleaning things up, making it look slightly better. That's important too. Alright, let's go grab these fences. And oh, we need more torches. Probably more torches than that. Hold on, let me just grab more coal while I'm here. Yep, just grab all that. Good. Actually, yes, that's too much, but that's okay. Where's my coal? There we go. That should be enough for now. Right, so the fences, I'll do that, I think. Is that a bit weird? I don't want to close it off entirely, because if I want to jump in the water, I can do it quite easily. So the idea is, I don't want to close it off entirely, but I also want to create the idea of a barrier, you know, at the edge of the water, if that makes sense. It's a little strange, isn't it? The way the fences do that. Is that a bit strange? Or is that okay? Let me just look at it. Let me try having a fence there instead of logs. I'm not entirely sure. I think it looks okay. Not entirely sure. Let me just try the alternative that I was thinking about earlier, which is to do that. And then having the torches on top of that. Is that better or worse? It's less substantial, because the fence, you know, is more transparent, you can just kind of see through it a bit more. But let's just keep the logs. Let's keep the logs. I think that's okay. Keep the logs. It's a minor thing. I don't think it's a big deal. But I think maybe I prefer that a little bit more. Alright, that's good enough. There, and put the torches back. So the next thing I guess we want to do is this little peninsula here at the end of the storage, and at the beginning of the tripod bridge. This bit here. Let's put in the road first, because I think the road defines most other things. So like once you have the road in place, then you can fit the other things around it. Where am I? And it's also hollow underneath as well, so that's going to be a problem. Because the idea, my idea for roads right now is to have gravel roads. Partly because I have too much gravel, and partly to differentiate it from, you know, more solid paved areas like the courtyard here. You see how this, you know, the smooth stone and the cobble. So I guess it's conceptually, you know, the smooth stone tiles is the most solid, and then you have, you know, cobblestone, which is kind of large bits of stone, and then gravel, which is smaller bits of stone. So, you know, there's like a hierarchy here of the size of the rocks, as it were. And then maybe sand is even smaller, and so on and so forth. And this is cobble. So the idea is the gravel, it's smaller pieces. And also, you know, like smaller bits of rock is cheaper than larger bits of rock, because it's easier to get smaller bits of rock. you can always, break down larger bits into smaller bits. So large bits of rocks are more expensive, and therefore the idea is that you would save it for more important things. Alright, so this we're gonna make like, I wonder how close I want to get to. I guess that's okay. So it's gonna be like that, I guess. Let's dig this stuff out. And remember to put the torches back afterwards. This is awkward. That there. Let's see though. So it's coming out from here. Right. So there. Oops. Let's put that back just in case we want to keep that. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Because, well, nothing to be done about it. That's just how it, that's just how it is. Yeah, okay, so no, wait a minute. I'm gonna get rid of that. So the staircase down to the underneath of the courtyard kind of sticks into the road a little bit. I think that's okay. I know it's a little bit rough. It's kind of a little bit odd. But I think that's fine. Because, things don't have to be perfect. Sometimes, in the real world as well, when you have a building project that's kind of building, close to or on top of older projects, and as you kind of build more and more stuff in a small space, because of the lack of space, you start getting kind of weird things going on to make things fit. Especially if you look at, plans of buildings in crowded cities like Rome and whatnot. Like often buildings would not be square. Like, the idea is to have buildings that are square or at least, rectangular, 90 degrees, right? The idea is to have those. But then because the city is so packed and the site itself is not square, in order to get more space, like you'd have angles that are slightly off square and things like that. So you get all sorts of funny shapes in crowded cities because you can't fit things together the way you would like. So it's actually a, maybe it might seem kind of weird to you to just, allow that and to have, bits of buildings that don't line up and then they're not 90 degrees and all that. You might feel like, well, that's kind of messy and then not good. But actually that's what happens. Because, it's crowded, like here, like, there's already a staircase there and we're building a path behind it. And so it sticks out one extra block. I mean, that's how it is. It's because it's crowded, right? And what are you going to do about it? Alright, so is that enough? Just having the diagonal. I'm not I'm not sure about the corner to corner stuff. You see here how the boundary is kind of solid like that. The corner to corner, maybe it's fine. Maybe that's fine. Let me just fill that in. I need to add a layer of dirt as well underneath the underneath here because I want to put gravel in, and as you know, gravel is affected by gravity, and so I need something underneath to support it. I need more dirt, don't I? Corner to corner is fine. Let's just do that. And I guess torches? How many torches do I want? That's a lot of torches. But at the same time, why not? It's a road. There you go. Okay, sure, fine. Alright, more dirt and also gravel. So yeah, I've got way too much gravel. Actually, do I need more dirt? Let me just grab more dirt. More dirt and gravel. So I've got that there, I've got that much gravel, that much gravel. That's kind of why I want to use gravel for the roads. I mean, and in addition to, you know, the earlier reasons, you know, about gravel being like a grade cheaper than stone, right? Or cobblestone. So you have the hierarchy of sizes of stones, as it were. But also because I've got a lot of it. Alright, so I'm gonna dig all of this. Actually, shouldn't I add the layer of dirt before I dig it out? Okay, too late. I'll do it afterwards. Alright, so there we go. So pretty simple roads, nothing too fancy. More, yeah, it's mostly utilitarian. Not really aiming for really fancy roads or anything. But it's still important, roads. Like I keep saying how important roads are to people. Like the spaces in between your builds is just as important as the builds themselves. Alright, that's all the dirt. So let's, you know, put dirt there, like at the boundaries and underneath the slabs, so that we can fill it in from above. Okay, that seems good. So now we fill in underneath the level of the gravel. Maybe you should plant some flowers, have a little garden here. Because this is landscaping, it's not just roads and reclaiming land, but it's also gardens and other pretty things. Maybe a tree or two? I mean, this place has been empty for a long time. Maybe like we should plant a tree here. I'll have a look at it after I put the path in. Obviously the path goes in first because that's more important. Once the path is in, then we can see how much extra space we have. Alright, so now the gravel. Oops. Okay, I should stop misclicking if possible. I wonder about the flint. Like, should a whole block of gravel turn into one flint? Or should it like drop gravel as well as flint? Seems a bit strange. But it just kind of turns into one flint and that's it. Alright, there we go. So now the courtyard is joined with the bridge. Let me just have a look at that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Again, it's not fancy, but that's not the point. The point is not to make it elaborate and amazing. The point is just to have a path here. We don't really need a path to this kind of service entrance to the underneath the courtyard, I don't think. Now what? A lot of empty grass. Should I plant grass and trees here? I think I should. At the same time, I want to. I don't want long grass in front of the storage. I mean, that's just gonna look messy, right? What to do? And I don't want trees in front of here because the trees would detract from the beautiful columns. They're not that beautiful, but you know, the rhythm of the columns. I think I'll like have planters maybe, so I just kind of take my wood and like make little boxes and then put flowers in the middle. Maybe I'll do that. Should I do that? Or should I raise it up? Raise the planters up and then put the flowers in. What to do? Yeah, let's just raise it up a little bit. Okay, let's do that. Just making it up as I go, by the way. In case you were under the illusion that I have a plan, I don't have a plan. Just doing it as I go. But maybe that's better. Like if you make a plan, then maybe things end up being too clean. Like everything ends up being the same because you had one idea for everything. Whereas without a plan, then it's more organic, you know, it's more freestyle. It's more natural. Alright, so let's put... Actually, I need more... I do need the dirt, don't I? Do I need the... Yes, I do, alright. Or maybe not. Like, I'm thinking faster than I speak. I'm thinking about the planters. I mean, should I raise them a whole block up? Or should I just put a wooden slab down and then plant inside it? I'm thinking I should actually just put a wooden slab down and plant inside it so that it's not actually a whole block above the ground. Or, you know, above the current ground level. It's just gonna be like a little bit raised, and then there'll be plants and flowers inside. Because again, I don't want to detract from the front facade of the storage. Let me just see my... dark wood, light wood, dark wood, dark wood. What do I have? Let's go with dark wood. And just in case we don't have enough, let's do that. Alright, and we'll try and make it line up to... Oh, hey, this is here. Well, let's move that. Unless I want to... No, unless I want... let me just mark this out here. So I was thinking, you know, the corners of the gardens would be there. No, that's good. I want the corners to be close. Alright, so let's move the glowstone thing. Where's my silk touch? Here it is. A silk touch pick. I do have one of these. Where should I move it to? I guess I'll move it up to here. Sure. So that's my silk touch, there we go. Don't use it very often. Let's grab that. Don't want to read the book. Alright, so we're gonna put that there. And then let's just put the silk touch away. We don't want to use that accidentally, because that thing is kind of valuable. Also, I finally got a fortune one. There we go, fortune 3. I mean, I've been enchanting so many picks. I finally got a fortune one, so that I wasn't really lucky with that.